Hey everybody, John here with SoCal Outdoor Adventure. It's great to be back with you. I hope you guys are doing well in regards to the whole coronavirus quarantine routine. Hope you guys are doing everything you can to stay safe and be well. For today's video, we're going to be checking out, we're finally going to get a review in of this guy right here, the Aeropress Go. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so for today's video I'm finally going to give my review of the Aeropress Go. I've been using this guy for about 2 months, and you're probably wondering about why I've got a bunch of different style of coffee cups here, and I'll explain that in a few minutes as well. But I do want to go ahead and give a full-on review of this particular fellow right here, the Aeropress Go. Now if you guys are interested in the specifications as far as the Aeropress Go is concerned, I'm going to leave a link over to my other video that I did as an introduction video to talk about the Aeropress Go, so you guys can check out that video. So, a couple of things with the Aeropress Go. Obviously, we're going to go and go over some basics. So this is pretty much what it looks like when it's fully enclosed. You've got this really nice hardcover plastic cup. It's definitely a hard plastic, and it works very well keeping the coffee insulated, especially if you have coffee that's nice and hot. It keeps your hands nice and warm. And you've also got specially designed lid that goes right on top of it, or cozy, that you can easily set your cup inside to kind of keep it from like moving around if you want to do that, which is not a bad idea. You do have a very nice protective cover sheet. Not a cover sheet, I'm sorry. This is a protector for the papers that come with the Aeropress Go. This fits about 20 papers. And so these are the paper filters, and this thing fits about 20 of them. I said in the first video I did in talking about this, I mentioned that this thing actually fits only 10 papers. 10 of these papers. I was actually wrong. This fits about 20 of these papers, so my apologies for that. But still, really nice feature. And now I don't have to. And one of the complaints I remember hearing about the original Aeropress is that it didn't come with any type of protector to protect the paper filters. So if you obviously carry them in a plastic bag or something, there's always a good chance that the bag could rip, or maybe you could somehow mess with the papers in some type of way. I don't know. But all in all, though, this guy really does work really well. Package contents before we continue here. You do get obviously the Aeropress Go, the whole kit right here, the protector for the paper filters, and you do get about 350 paper filters, and that's pretty good. And from what I've read from the comments, a lot of people say that 350 papers can easily last you, depending on how much coffee you brew, a full year, maybe even longer. It just depends on you. So the kit itself, once you pull the cup away, this is pretty much the unit right here, the Aeropress. It does come with a scoop, which I've used earlier to pull some beans out of a bag to ground some coffee. And then we've also got the ever so helpful stir stick to mix in the coffee. And then of course you got the Aeropress itself. Pull the bottom portion out, put the paper in here, and then you pull the plunger out. And then once you put the paper back in there, you put it back together, pour your grounds in the top here, pour your hot water, plunger, and then plunge away. It's that simple and easy. Now the reason why I have all these cups out here is because I do want to show you what I talk about. Now typically I will drink with this guy here, but I did do some testing with the plunger on some of these cups, and just to show you guys. So this is my typical cup that I take with me when I go out bushcrafting. This is my Kukla by my Dunsters, and as you can see, Aeropress Go is not going to fit on this guy. Obviously this is too big of a wide mouth cup, so can't really use it on this. Set that off to the side, but I absolutely love that cup. This is another cup that I've taken to work with me a couple of times. This is from Ozark Trail. This is the small hand cup, and as you can see, the Aeropress Go fits perfectly right on top of this guy, so if I wanted to, I could use this instead of this guy. Basic small hard plastic cup from Stanley. Perfect fit right on top, no problem. But obviously if you're making a cup of coffee for 2 people, it's going to be kind of hard. So you would have to press it down and then pull the press out, pour water again, and do another press for another person. So, excuse me. So what I like to do is I'll go ahead and do a full press into this guy right here. And this guy will make about, for this one right here, I can easily make about 2 cups of coffee for these little guys right here. And I'll show you how to do that in another video. But all in all, it does fit on this guy perfectly. GSI mug goes right in, so this is not going to work. My other bushcraft mug, the Kukla Cup, I actually have 2 of these. One is for me, one is for my fiance. So we typically use these for when we go camping. Sits on it perfectly, no problem. Again, I would have to brew 2 separate times, or I can just brew it all in one in this guy right here and be able to pour in both cups. And again, I'll show you how to do that another day. But this does work. This is the coffee mug that I've been taking with me that I use at the office pretty much every day when I go to work. At home to put coffee in, and as you can see, fits perfectly right there on top. No problem. This is the wide mouth Ozark Trail cup, and again, as you can see, it will definitely sit in there, but it can make a mess, especially because what I would have to do is I would literally have to hold the mug, and as I'm pressing down to allow the coffee to come out and into the cup. So that's kind of annoying. Next one I have is, of course, my Yeti cup. This one will typically go with me when I travel. And as you can see, it fits right there perfectly. This is perfect for when I'm on the road and everything. I'll make a nice hot cup of coffee and pour it into that guy, or I'll use my tumbler. So typically I'll use the tumbler. My fiance will use this guy here. We'll use the Yeti, or I do have another Ozark Trail. So let's go ahead and get a brew on, and we'll go ahead and drink out of this guy right here. All right, my friends, water's just about boiled, so we're gonna go ahead and get the Aeropress Go ready. I want to remove the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out one of my paper filters. Place it right there inside. Looks good. There we go. Okay, so now it's nice and in there. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the coffee that I grounded earlier in my Java mill. Set that right on top. Now we're just going to go ahead and wait till we get a nice until the water starts to boil and we can pour it in. Now, one of the things that I heard some people say in some of the videos, and if you watch the first video, there will be links to other people's videos in below that talk about this. But I've heard this one guy, I forgot his name, I believe his name is James. He says that one of the things that he has heard that some people do when they use the Aeropress, whether it be the original Aeropress or the Aeropress Go, is they like to go ahead and pre-water the filters so it gets rid of the filteredness from the actual coffee when you start to brew the coffee. And to be honest with you, I mean, I've done this multiple times with using the paper filters, and I've never noticed a difference. Maybe it's because I don't know. I honestly don't know in that situation, but I don't pre-water the filter before I go ahead and make the brew. I just pour the water in and then brew it, no problem. So I don't know. But I'm kind of interested in hearing about what you guys, if you guys have an Aeropress Go, if you're thinking about purchasing one, do you actually water the filter first before you put the grounds in, and then you go ahead and pour your water into the filter to brew your coffee, or do you just brew it the way it is? So let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of curious. So water's just about ready. And as I mentioned before, I've used this multiple times. I've taken this thing with me to work. I brewed coffee at the office and just using regular hot water to kind of brew this thing out, and it works very well. I've done this on the back of my truck, where I've been able to make a nice hot cup of coffee out on the back of my truck, so that way I can go ahead and have a nice drink while I'm having my lunch, and it works very well. I've also taken this out with me on a few hikes, on a couple of basic hiking trips. Nothing major, just small hikes here and every now and then. And sometimes I just like to go to a place where I can just sit down and relax and have a nice hot cup of coffee. And this guy has done that. It's done everything that I've asked it to do, and it's been great. So definitely so we'll talk about my recommendations, pros and cons in a little bit. Just gotta wait for that water to finish boiling, and we'll have ourselves a nice hot cup of coffee. Alright, my friends, so the water is nice and boiled. We are ready to brew us some coffee. We got our trusty stir stick. Gonna go and pop it open here. Nice and hot. I'm gonna go ahead and have it go right there to the top. I'm going to use the stir stick to mix it in. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's already starting to drip, and that's a good thing. What I like to do is I'll stir it about 2 times, let it sit for a little bit, then I'll pour some more hot water to make sure that it gets all the rest of the stuff. Now, as I'm doing this, I want to go and talk about a few complaints that I've heard about. Some people talk about this saying. Some people say, "Oh, you know what? You don't really need the stir stick or the measuring cup to measure out your coffee." And truth be told, at least in my experience so far, since I have been using this thing, you honestly do. I mean, this guy honestly does a really great job of making sure that the grounds are nice and soaked through, especially when you pour the hot water down the system. And also too, if you forget to bring your spoon, especially if you're going to use cream and sugar. Personally, I love to use cream and sugar with my coffee. I don't like to drink it black, only because not that it tastes funny when I drink it black. It's just that for some reason it doesn't sit well with my stomach, and I don't know why. But this guy really does come in handy. So does the scooper itself. In my experience, the scooper is great. Now, if you do decide to remove the stick in the scooper, this is not big enough to fit a... Well, let's see. I'm not going to put it in there. Okay, so yeah, it will fit. So if you were to take out the scooper and the stir stick out of the system, you could easily fit the GSI Java Mill into this. Of course, obviously, you would have to remove the cup as well. And as you can see, the water is slowly going down. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick up as much of the flavor, and the French press is going to do the rest, and the press is going to do the rest. So we're going to go ahead and pour just a little bit more water right there, and that should do the job. Set that off to the side. Grab a napkin or a paper towel, clean off my stir stick. There we go, nice and clean. Now we're going to grab our press it down. I'm going to go nice and slow. I'm not going to go fast. I'm not going to go be like a Speedy Gonzalez. Arriba, arriba, I'm going to go IFA. I want to take this nice and slow. I want to make sure it gets all that goodness out. Now, in case you're wondering why I did it in those 3 different types of ways, is that I want to try to get as much of the coffee into this cup as I can. Because what happens is that not only does it give me a full cup of coffee, but I can also pour it into those 2 little cups from the Stanley, and I can also pour this into the Kukla Cup as well. Not only for myself, but also for my fiance, if she wants to have a nice cup of coffee. So we're at the bottom right now. As you can see, I'm putting a little bit more pressure. It doesn't want to go down, so that means it's done. So that's good. Let's pull it out. And look at that. Look at that. Put it off to the side. And look at that. Look at that. Nice fresh hot cup of coffee. So now we're going to go ahead and move a few little fixins to it. A little bit of creamer. And a shot of sugar. Don't ask. And we're going to mix that in. And as you can see, the stir stick actually does a good job at mixing all this in. So, like I said again, if you don't have a spoon with you, the stir stick definitely does a great job making sure that everything is nice and mixed. And just make sure that before you do this that you wipe it off clean. There's a really nice texture grip on the stir stick, which is really cool. So that keeps everything all together. Now, one thing I did show you is that I did try to put the Java mill into the French press, into the Aeropress, but one thing I forgot is that I forgot the plunger. So, let's see. Yeah, it will. The Java mill will fit, but but the handle would have to be removed. And if you lose that handle for the Java mill, you're pretty much SOL. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Alright, that looks good. Alright. Hot cup of coffee. Moment of truth. Oh my god. Oh. Sorry, I'm enjoying it. Nice and smooth, goes down your throat with no problem. It tastes good. It's got this uniqueness to the flavor, especially when you brew it out of this guy. It's really good. And I'm drinking it from this cup. Oh, man. That's really good. I love coffee. This is good. All right. So rather than sitting me here drinking coffee all day, what do I think of the Aeropress Go? Honestly, I think the Aeropress Go is a worth purchase product. It's a well-made product. And I honestly do think that it's going to last you a long time as long as you take care of it. Again, you do get a case for your paper filters, which holds about 20 filters. You get the brewer itself. You do get a scoop and a stir stick, all included. Price range goes anywhere from $25 to $35, depending on where you get it from. I believe when I bought this, I paid $27 plus tax, around $29, including free shipping. So that is honestly not bad. Pros and cons of this guy. Pros: does a really great job of brewing a nice hot cup of coffee. You obviously get a lot of great. You also get a lot of features such as stir stick, the scooper, the protector for the papers, and of course the brewer itself. Really great. Cleanup is a snap. That's another good thing about it. At the end of this video, I'll go ahead and include what it actually looks like when it's done. When you're done with it. So it's very simple and easy to clean up. That's another pro about this. Cleanup is a snap. Let's see, cons. Let's see, the weight is definitely not a factor. I mean, it's only a couple. I think it's only about. Altogether, I mean, the system weighs less than this. This is 9.1 ounces for the Java mill. This guy here, together as a kit, it weighs less than. It weighs less than. I want to say less than 9 ounces. I would say. I'm overestimating. I might be. I don't know. But all in all, though, GSI Java mill. I mean, the GSI Java mill. What am I saying? Oh my God! I'm sorry. Aeropress Go. I would highly recommend the Aeropress Go to anybody that is looking for a nice little French press system. So in our next video, we're going to talk about other French presses that I have in comparison to the Aeropress Go. And I'll give you my information on those ones. So if you guys are interested in the product, definitely check it out. I do feel that this is a product that is worth buying. I'll leave a link in the video description below to my first video, to my first impressions video, and within that video there'll be other links to other videos that have done reviews on the Aeropress Go already that you may want to check out. I'm not trying to sell you this product. I do believe that this is a good product for to buy. Whether you buy it or not, that is up to you. I do not have a store. I do not get any money back whatsoever. I'm just doing a review on the Aeropress Go and how much I really enjoy using this Aeropress Go to brew a nice hot cup of coffee. And let me tell you, it's really good. I might go ahead and brew me another pot. Not a bad idea, truth be told. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish my coffee in the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for joining me today. Please give it a like. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with your friends and family and neighbors. Throughout this whole coronavirus situation, do not worry. We will get back out in the woods to do some other videos soon. In the meantime, we're doing a quarantine in-house videos of some reviews as well as looking at other products that I have done reviews on before to give you guys an update as to how they're doing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Oh, that's good. Okay, one last thing here before we go. I'm going to show you just how simple the cleanup is with the Aeropress Go. Simply remove the cap. There's your paper filter. When you push up, you've got this very nice puck of coffee. And then when you're done, drop in your trash can, or when I'm out in the woods, I'll throw the paper filter into a plastic bag, take it out with me, and then I'll make a hole in the ground and bury the grounds into the ground so it can help as food for mulch and trees. Then all I have to do is just put a little bit of water on top of the plunger here, and it's done. Piece of cake. Thanks for watching. See you next time, guys. Bye.